His mindset, it's probably his sort of secret weapon. He eats, he sleeps, he works, he drinks, and he goes back to bed again. You could nearly call him boring.
He's just in a different league. I mean, I don't know where it comes from.
He always seems to find the gears at the end to go and dominate. The ultimate racehorse, really.
Constitution Hill in a league of his own! Look at his speed through the air. Whoosh over the hurdle.
He's so quick. He's got the wow factor.
Grade 1 success number 4, and Nico de Boinville has hardly broken sweat.
One of the best horses we have on this planet.
He's just a brilliant racer.
I promise you, anybody could ride him. He's just no bother. He's the easiest horse in the world to train. If you see him walking around the school there or trotting, I mean, he creates a traffic jam because he does it so slowly. He's just like that. And, you know, finally we said, OK, come on then, let's wake up. And we found the sort of button that you press that makes the whole thing work.
The great thing about him is his mind, is that you could do anything with him in a race, and then when you want the turbo, it's there pretty instantly.
He plods around the yard and you wouldn't think that he had that engine behind him, and it's not until you get upsides another horse that he seems to show his class.
Oh, look, that Supreme Novices Hurdle is as good a Supreme as we've had for some time.
I was fairly open-minded going into the Supreme. I knew there was going to be a lot of pace on.
And Dysart Dynamo steps at the third last and comes down.
And he seemed to handle it. He took off up the hill like a Razi.
Constitution Hill roars up the Cheltenham Hill.
He only had 2 runs going into the Supreme. He does keep delivering.
A superb performance by a horse who is now 3 out of 3.
That was awesome. To find gears at the end of a headlong gallop like that is extraordinary.
You're a genius, man.
Each time this year it's been the same as he was in the Supreme. The way he galloped away in the fighting 5th was absurd.
Constitution Hill is romping home!
He jumped like a proper champion hurdle horse should.
He's put down a marker.
And then he just did it again at Kempton.
Constitution Hill. Sky is definitely the limit.
February going into March is always an exciting time to be in Seven Barrows. You can really feel a bit of a buzz about the place.
Red, you're right. Yeah, good job. Well done.
If you asked anyone for a banker at Cheltenham this year, I think everyone would say Constitution Hill. If he wins the Champion Hurdle by 3 lengths, if he doesn't sort of blow the field away, I think people would be disappointed.
I think over the summer it was gearing up to be, you know, a Honeysuckle versus Constitution Hill, and, you know, it's slightly disappointing that that won't turn out to be, but you know, I think in State Man we've got a very good horse to contend with.
It's a season of Grade 1s for Rising Star State Man!
He was impressive in Dublin and we'd respect him a lot. We're not going to ever get complacent about this, that's for sure.
Every sport needs superheroes. In Constitution Hill, we have that potential superstar.
There have been so many the next Arkles, and they usually fall by the wayside. I don't think, if Nicky was honest, he'd say he's seen anything like him.
How does anyone beat you?
If I'm honest, I don't think you can at the moment.
Not surprisingly, people have switched on to him because he's been so ridiculously impressive.
Absolute machine.
But he's coming into this Champion Hurdle with proper opposition. It should be a fascinating race.